Good evening. And again, I want to thank all of you for coming. And over the last day and a half, I've spoken with a number of you, and you guys actually seem happy to be here. So that's really good. Putting together an event like this is not easy, and it's really a pain. So I really want to thank Darlene, Chris, and Christine, and of course, John and Rich for last night, for all your work in making this happen. So a round of applause. So, I've survived my first 15 months as CEO, and I'm very glad that I agreed to take on this responsibility. I want to again thank Howard and my partners, as well as all of you, for your support and dedication the last 15 months. Many of you have asked me to describe my thoughts on the transition, as well as my thoughts on the company. In some ways, the transition has been a non-event. That doesn't mean it's been easy, but it's been drama-free. At the same time, it's been quite challenging. As many of you know, and as we talked about earlier, Howard and I have worked together for over 30 years. And during that time, like any great relationship, we haven't always seen eye to eye. This transition has been no different. There have been many books written on succession planning, but from my perspective, I have found little written that really describes the personal side of transitions. What I have learned is that the human side of succession is complex and fluid. Thankfully, Howard did not ride off to the sunset or spend all his time scuba diving in Bonaire, but rather he's moved into the position of active chairman of the Beacon Communities Board. I am extremely grateful for this because it means that I, as well as the organization, still benefit from his wisdom and experience. Passing the torch, even over time, is not a technical problem that we can run through a computer. It's a human challenge involving the sharing of control and all kinds of sensitive issues that require that Howard and I spend many, many hours talking honestly and openly and doing something they don't teach you in school, which is expressing our feelings. This has not always been easy. So why am I sharing this with you? The answer is simple. In my discussions with many of you, I consistently stress the importance of understanding the role you play in your relationships with your coworkers. When there are issues, I encourage you to sit down with the other person and work it out. I constantly stress the importance of communication and the importance of not letting your own stuff get in the way. It's easy to tell you that. Having gone through 15 months of my own personal growth in the company transition, I can testify to the fact that while working things out can be challenging, doing so will leave you feeling better about yourself and about the people you work with. And you don't have to be a CEO to know that when individuals feel good, the entire organization will flourish and thrive. So what do I see for Beacon going forward? This spring, my husband and I had the opportunity to travel to Peru. We spent most of our time in what's known as the Sacred Valley, including Machu Picchu, one of the world's most important archaeological sites. Machu Picchu demonstrates the incredible technical skill and productivity of the Inca Empire. Over the span of about 100 years, the Incas developed an empire that stretched from southern Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, all the way to central Chile, from the coastal areas to the Andes. They built an incredibly elaborate roadway system of approximately 25,000 miles that consisted of two major arterials, one that ran along the coast and the other that traversed the spine of the Andes. An extensive system of aqueducts at altitudes of over 8,000 feet, all without the aid of wheeled devices. Their success has been attributed to their strategic approach and to their cultural values of negotiating amicable relationships with their neighbors, working collectively, and reciprocity, meaning one person helping another, knowing that you're going to be helped in return. I was struck by the similarities between the Inca culture and Beacon's culture. Like the Incas, Beacon is a company known for its relationship building, its willingness to help, its excellence, integrity, and quality accomplishments. Beacon is also recognized for its commitment to doing well by doing good. This was a core tenet of Norman Levinthal's, the original founder of the Beacon Companies. It is what all the partners in Beacon communities believe in and is the underlying principle of living well by design. Living well by design speaks to intentionality. We strive to design physical space that recognizes and addresses the needs of residents, and we strive to foster an organization where the culture is healthy, where people feel secure, and where people have a shared sense of purpose, and where people are willing to help one another. And I see this every day when I'm out at the properties. A 2013 Gallup poll showed that 70% of the workforce, that's 70%, either hate their job or are acutely disengaged from what they do. That's like an incredible statistic. I hope that the folks who work for Beacon did not see themselves as part of the 70%. But if you do, if you're unhappy, disengaged, and wish that you worked somewhere else, then I would encourage you to give me a call. You all know where I am. I may not be able to address your concerns, but I would like the opportunity to try. If I don't know about a problem, there's no way I can fix it. So what are my goals for the company? I will try to ensure that we maintain our values, continue to support our employees and our residents, and maintain a financially strong company. I want to continue to be strategic on how we grow the company. We will continue to explore opportunities to acquire properties, to expand our footprint by perhaps acquiring other companies, and to continue to look for adaptive reuse and new construction opportunities. To continue to grow, we need to continue to focus on how to operate more efficiently, to improve how information flows through the organization, to make sure we have people working in the right positions, to make sure that people in the site, at the sites feel a part of the organization, to improve our customer satisfaction, and to continue to improve on what we all do. And we need to do that together. One significant challenge for me is how we remain an engaged organization while the industry is evolving. 30 years ago, owners in our business rarely sold properties. Those days are gone. Owners and investors in affordable housing are not just interested in tax benefits anymore, but they expect real returns. This means that sometimes properties will be sold, which is what is happening at Cambridge Oxford, Exchange Place, Flanders, and Countryside. This is an exceedingly difficult situation for the people immediately impacted by this new paradigm, as well as for all of us who are not sure what's coming down the pike. Nothing taps into the human side of management more than this direction in the way our industry has turned. Our objective is not to sell off Beacon. When we sell a property, my commitment to all of you is that we will be open and transparent, and we will do whatever we can to handle the situation fairly and with integrity. If I have one takeaway from my first 15 months in this job, it's that there is little that I can accomplish on my own. The quality of what we accomplish is dependent on all of us, and I've never worked with a more committed and dedicated group of people. I'm proud to tell the world that's my team, and I thank all of you for working so hard to make me look good. Thank you.